Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, the market is pulling back. We have some redness going on again on Bitcoin, and we have a lot of questions going on. Pretty much what's going on here, what's happening with Bitcoin, what's happening with the markets, the meme coins, altcoins, everything is bleeding today. What's going on? Well, you know, guys, whatever goes up must go down and must go up again and must go down and must go up. So now we're still here. We're still in this range on Bitcoin, which basically means Bitcoin ranging, altcoins are not in their strongest environment ever, right? It's not the best thing for altcoins. Now, the key thing to remember, the key thing and the most important thing to always keep in mind here is that now we passed through the worst. And by that, I mean, we passed through this horrible, whatever time you want to call it, this 49K on Bitcoin, and it's possibly the low, because usually after the halving, we do get some sort of sideways range, sideways moves, and market is not doing much. But in 2017, which is something we're doing right now again, we had a wick, the same wick we have now, or we had back in the when we seen Bitcoin going to that 49K. So you see it here, guys. It's very likely that we're doing something similar to 2017, which was, by the way, the biggest bull market ever to be witnessed. So it's pretty much something like that we're gonna have. And let me hide. So I'm gonna have the labels here so we can all see what's going on here. What happened in 2017, guys, is we had this scare, right? Bitcoin dropped a lot. This was a big drop, by the way, but also the market cap on Bitcoin was a bit lower, so the volatility was a bit harsh. But this was a 26% drop on Bitcoin, and what we've seen after is a recovery, hope again, right? Hope here, and then we had a pullback, right? It's very normal to see that, and what we're seeing is, keep that in mind, this is very, very similar to what we see today, which basically we had this back up here, then we did another higher high, which is a bullish thing, a market structure change, right? And then we did a lower high. But the most important and the thing that we all need to keep in mind is that after the halving, we do have a bull market. So whatever happens within this range here is pretty much, should be taken pretty much as an opportunity. Whatever dips, personally, that's what I'm doing, right? It is pretty much set in stone. After each halving, we do have a bull market. So here is like just like 2017, we did have something very similar, which we have the wick now, you see, and then we have this high recovery and then another high, right? And then we never revisited this 49K in 2017, and then we've seen this like move upward, which now looks like it, right? We don't want to jinx it, but it looks like maybe Bitcoin is slowly finding a floor price, right? It's around that 60K, which is a psychological number. It's a very round number, right? Let's say usually those round numbers do act as some sort of support or resistance usually. So it does look like maybe we got that. So there are a few things that actually cause fundamentally, or like whatever happening now today, besides the charts that cause this. People are saying war and stuff like that, but basically what's happening, guys, is it all comes down to now the economy and the US economy and what's going on, right? So tomorrow, Friday, is a very important day, is that we are going to have the unemployment rates in the US, which usually this is what the Feds use as an indicator. One of their tools they use, one of the tools they use and things they look at is unemployment. And if it's too high, then it's a bullish thing, right? So that's how it works in the market. If unemployment is too high, then it's bullish. If it's too low, then it's bearish, because that means that if we have low unemployment, that means the economy is doing good, and then the Feds will not cut rates. So that's basically what's going on. Usually we have volatility in the week of those things when we have the data coming up. Usually on that week we have some sort of volatility. So that's possibly what's causing this Bitcoin drop right now. And basically the plan remains the same here, guys, is dips are to be taken as an opportunity now with the halving. Now we have one more thing here to look at as well. It's this range here. So let's say from the all-time high to today, we are now going in 203 days of sideways. So decision day here is here, guys. So the decision day is here. We should see something happening very, very soon, and most likely to the upside with just the halving and everything that is going on. Usually after the halving, we see that bull market coming finally. So here as well, all-time high here, even though this was another touch of the all-time high, but we're gonna count it from the actual all-time high. This was like the 30K, finally Bitcoin touching 30K after a long period of downtrend and bear market. and we had another, this was even shorter, this was 180 days to even 100, let's say the breakout, let's take it to the breakout, this was 193 days. So by far this is the longest. It's even longer than the bear market, guys. So this is really something that is interesting now, is that this thing is even longer. So this is 216 days. It's longer than the bear market. That's why I say now we survived the worst, because if you were not back and here, if you were not here back then, this was a very bad time here back in the days. It was very quiet on the crypto space, Twitter, wherever you go. This was a bad time. We had the FTX collapse, the Luna crash, a lot of crashes everywhere, and this only lasted 216 days, and this was the best time to actually basically be buying. Literally, this was the best time. And the second best time was here. So basically here I got into Floki and other coins, right? This was the best time literally to get into those. This was again the best time to buy Pepe, buy BONK, DOGECOINE, and stuff like that. Coins that you see today in the $1 billion of market cap. These coins, the best time to be buying, or the best time to buy BONK was here. Literally, guys, if you look at Bitcoin today, the best time to buy BONK was here. In this long, boring range of 190 days, the best time to buy any coin that you see in the billions today was here. So you can argue now that we got twice this long range, and twice this was the best time to be buying coins that are now in the billions. So now what we see here today is again very likely, right, the best time to be buying again the coins that in the future are gonna be in the $1 billion of their market cap. That's why to me now here, guys, this thing is just for me is just always an opportunity, right? I'm always longing the dips. I'm also day trading Bitcoin, something that I do daily or weekly, right? For me, when I see Bitcoin dropping or I see Bitcoin pumping, I never short. I stopped actually shorting Bitcoin a long time ago, and this was here, right? Since I seen this, and especially after this recovery here, I stopped shorting Bitcoin. Whoever started shorting here from this time onward, whoever started shorting the market was losing money. Since then, I was just long the market, right? Long the market. Whenever we get dips, long, and this strategy has been a blessing since then, right? And it will continue to be the case, right? Especially heading towards the bull market that we know happens after the halving. So now we're gonna go towards Pepe, and we're gonna talk about Brett ETH as well, and as an update, a video on what's going on as well. So Pepe here, something is interesting with Pepe is that Pepe still has its coffee, the moon ship is still here, and we're still going higher. What I want to touch on today here is this, right? So if you look at this weekly candle on Pepe, right, this was the Monday 23rd September candle week, the whole week on Pepe, we've seen a breakout finally. So what I want to touch on is this candle here on Pepe. This weekly candle pump is shown as well on Brett ETH, right? So we can see that Brett ETH as well, 23rd September, this whole week, that was the breakout week, right? The same week where Pepe was breaking out as well and pumping. This is a very good sign to see as well, because we all know now Brett ETH is in the same narrative as Pepe. Those are like the Pepeverse, as I've been explaining, and it seems like it's following it right now, right? It's literally following it. The same week the Pepe broke out, Brett ETH broke out as well. This is a very bullish sign for Brett ETH. This means that Pepe on its way up is gonna drag all the Pepeverse coins with it, and now Brett ETH is set with it now. Now for the people looking at this now and looking at Brett ETH, and we're seeing a pullback. So what you need to know, guys, is Brett ETH has been going for a long time sideways between around 3 million to 2 million, 3 million to 8 to 10 million for about 126 days, right? 126 days, which is 4 months of sideways, and we got finally a breakout. So what you need to understand, guys, is what's happening is another ranging here on Brett ETH. It's gonna keep ranging again, right? It's gonna keep ranging. Maybe it's gonna do something like that, range a bit, range, and then we're gonna see another push up here. So this plays out with a lot of coins or crypto coins or meme coins. This plays out all the time where we see those kind of things. Then we can see it run to maybe 100 million, maybe $200 million in its market cap. It depends how it's gonna range here, because simply what happens is, as you can see, guys, the run from, let's say, $8 million to $46 million market cap was pretty fast, and a lot of people don't understand why these things happen. Well, basically what happens, guys, is with meme coins, because they have full circulating supply, this is not utility coins with VCs dumping and stuff like that. What actually happens is that the supply get distributed in this floor. So what you see here in this floor, the first floor here from between 2 million and 8 million, a lot of people joined in and held their bags, right? And this this takes supply out of circulation, which makes supply very scarce, right? And also there is less breaths to sell. And when there is less breaths to sell, they start to cost more, and a small buy starts to push the price higher because there is less and less breaths to buy, right? And that's what caused this squeezes up. That's what caused this run up. So now the same thing is playing out here, right? It's supply distribution, ranging distribution. That's what we call it, accumulation and whatnot. And then the next run up is going to be even faster, from 8 million to 40 million. This one is going to be maybe from like 30 million or 20 million, depends what it's going to be at that time when we're going to see the squeeze. It's going to be from 30 million to maybe 200 million, pretty fast, right? Pretty fast because of the accumulation for the same thing. And then maybe from 200 million range again, right? Slowly do that, right? Accumulate again, find a new floor, and then send higher to 500, 600 million, 700 million. So that's the plan. That's how they work, right? That's how things work with meme coins. That's why also you should be very patient as well. For this whole range, it was 126 days, and I was just patient, right? We were patient with this to play out. Then it played out around the 130th day or 35th day. This one here may take even less, right? Because now it's on everyone's radar. People are talking about it everywhere. May take even less. So patience is key as usual, guys, right? As usual, patience is key. This one may take maybe 30 days, maybe 40 days. It depends what we're going to see, because we are getting close to a breakout on Bitcoin here. So things can get crazy very fast now, right? And I do think there is another decent exchange coming up for Brett ETH as well. So as we say here, as we see these ranges, more exchanges are going to come for it. And it's just going to help more and more for the next move up. The next move up is going to be the fastest, and as well another accumulation before another maybe bigger exchange and more listings and pushing the price even higher. So with that said, guys, shout out to Crypto Now or Never. I've seen this YouTuber. If you like meme coins, check out his channel. It's a pretty decent YouTube channel when it comes to meme coins. I've seen his videos about Brett ETH as well. You can check out his channel, Crypto Now or Never. And to wrap up this video, guys, as usual, right? As usual, the most important things to keep in mind here is pullbacks don't last, and this is about time for Bitcoin to do something, and it is most likely gonna be to the upside, and due to the fact that we have rate cuts coming in and the halving. So don't let the market shake you up, right? Don't let the market shake you. This is what usually happens when people miss the dips, and like everyone back in the days here, everyone was screaming for lower 30k Bitcoin and whatnot. Bitcoin is going down, Bitcoin is never coming back, and this was the top, right? When people miss the dip, right? If you bought the dip here, if you exactly bought the 49k dip, many coins, and I remember I made a video and I said many coins are giving you back 1 year of your life, because they all came back down to their previous year prices. And if you just listen to everybody, to the herd, and everybody freaking out, you missed the dip. And keep it simple, right? Keep it simple, in my opinion, right? Not financial advice, but this is what I'm doing. For me, it's the business as usual, these things, right? When I see dips, I'm just like, yeah, give them to me now. I know it's coming. I know the bull market is coming, and this is almost over. So that's about it here, guys. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. You can follow me as well on Twitter, link in the description. You can join my Discord, link in the description, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.